So my name's Clayton and I decided to go on the Brazil trip last year, and it was a fantastic experience. The whole reason that I was drawn to it is I really felt God ask me about 3 years before the trip if it was something that I would do, and my answer is yes. And then COVID happened, and 2 years in a row the trip got canceled, and I was just blessed for it to finally work out. But what I didn't realize is the whole time God was holding on to that specific time for me to go, because my father ended up being able to join me. And so having my dad on that trip, who was really a reborn again Christian, was a really special time for both of us, and was really just a cherry on top for an amazing experience. I have a medical background, and my father does as well. And so a big part of us going was like, we're gonna set up clinic and we're gonna help a lot of people, which we did. And it was very neat, and it was cool to be part of it. There was a lady that we diagnosed with an appendicitis, and we got to tell her, get on the boat and you need to get back to Manaus because you're gonna be very sick very quick. And those were cool experiences, but that's what I was so focused on before we left. And after being there, it all became about preaching the word of the gospel and of Jesus Christ. And that's what I thought I would like least, and I was most excited to serve with my skill set and medical background. And I ended up loving the portion where I got to just talk about Jesus. And so it opened my eyes a lot. And then the second story is Gloria got to share her testimony one morning on the boat. And there was a portion of her testimony where she had talked about how God had given her everything she ever wanted professionally. She had grown professionally, she had left home, she'd done everything she ever wanted. And at one point in her story, he made her stop and he said, "You're gonna be done with this, and now I have more for you." And I felt God at that very moment hone in on me and say, "Clayton, this is for you. You need to hear this message." And I still don't know what that means. My natural want is to sell everything and move to Brazil and take my family out of the country. But I know that I need to slow down and I need to understand what God is trying to tell me exactly what to do by using that message. But by hearing Gloria's story, it gave me a new set of eyes to see, new set of ears to hear. If you have prayed and you have been told that you should go on a mission trip, and that's very clear, first of all, do what God has asked you to do. Carry it out. Second of all, why should you do that? I guarantee that God has promises in that trip and things that he wants to put in your heart that you don't even know yet, and you don't even realize are a possibility. And so I would say the biggest reason to go on a mission trip is not to necessarily go fix or help or do anything for people, because in reality, we can't do that in 7 to 10 days. But what we can do is we can go on those trips. We can make a small difference in people's lives and really see the large effect that God has in ours, so that we can have a more dramatic effect throughout our lives and carry that experience out with us.